Our next guest has a remarkable and inspiring story. When she lost her husband after nearly 49 years of marriage, she began a journey of self-discovery that turned her life around. Author Betty Auchard is here to talk about her bittersweet, funny, and poignant book, Dancing in My Nightgown, The Rhythms of Widowhood. And Betty, it's great to have you with us.
Thank you.
And it's a fascinating title, and I certainly want to talk about that later. But first, it seems from reading your book that you didn't really have a chance to do any self-discovery during your years with Denny. I mean, with all respect to your husband's memory, you were married at 19.
Barely 19. He was an older man of 23.
Yeah. 4 years older.
That's a big difference when you're that young.
Yeah.
No, I did a lot of stuff. You know, I wasn't a dodo, but he did the guy things.
Right.
Yeah.
And I did the girl things. It was that kind of marriage, old-fashioned marriage.
Oh, these photos are wonderful.
These are, yeah, here's some of the photos.
Oh, what fun.
There's Denny, what a handsome bride, and what a groom, and what a lovely bride. So after 49 years of marriage, you lost Denny. How, from the obvious grief that you must have felt, what were you feeling?
You know, that is almost impossible to describe grief. I'm glad it's history. It's the hardest work I've ever done in my life. And when I was a married person, I avoided widowed people because I didn't know what to say to them, truly. It was awkward. I just didn't know how to handle it. I'm really drawn to them now because I know what it's like, and I'm not afraid of them. I was kind of afraid of them.
Right.
It's really hard, Spencer, to put it into a couple of sentences. It's just life-altering. Hard work.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do it on your own very easily. I was in a support group. Some people don't want to cry with other people.
Right.
I looked forward to it every Saturday. I looked forward every night reading my bereavement books and crying.
And why did you look forward to that?
Oh, it felt so good to cry. It's like throwing up from the eyes.
Yeah.
I knew that's the time I could really let it all out. And doesn't mean I didn't cry. Sometimes when I was talking to people, I wasn't afraid to cry. But I was absolutely determined to feel good again. So I gave my emotions equal time. 50% cry, 50% laugh. You know, if you feel really down and gloomy during the rainy days, do something, get out. It's hard.
But you paint a picture of yourself in the book of being almost lost for a while. You couldn't do simple things like put gas in your car.
Well, I never did know how to do that.
Right.
So I didn't worry about it. But now I had to do all of Denny's jobs. That was rough.
Like pay the bills, put gas in the car,
Still
drive.
bad. Taxes.
Computers, because you weren't
I didn't
computer
know how to
savvy
use
at
a
all.
computer.
Yeah.
And I had a lot to learn, and I was so focused on, well, I had to do it. And I still screw it up really bad.
We all screw it up.
I do too.
But I don't
we all
feel
do.
so bad,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
If I didn't put the garbage out, I'd be morose for a week.
Yeah. I remember a part in your book, you were so overwhelmed with all these new tasks you had to do. One point your granddaughter was in a play and you're like, I don't even know if I have time to go to the play.
Right, yeah.
But of course you did end up
Well,
going.
and
but
that was actually, it was a dance lesson, but I put her off about 4 times. I thought, this is stupid. I had so much to do that I was afraid not to just keep my nose to the grindstone. So I went up to Castro Valley and that was, I have these little moments. My antennas were always out to get messages, like from a Safeway ad. I could get a message. Well, that night, the message was from her teacher. And it was like one of the little turning points. There were always turning points. That teacher was talking to me, not those students. She was saying, keep your back straight. Keep your hands in the ready position. Stay with the music. Don't forget to breathe. And it's like, oh my God.
It's applied to me too.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
And so when she said, take a break, then she says, okay, you ready to go again? I almost said, yes, I'm ready. I was so inspired that night that I stayed up till 2 o'clock at my daughter's house in Castro Valley. And I was a nut about writing. I couldn't stop writing.
And you said one of the big turning points actually in your process of self-discovery was when you found yourself being interested in other men.
Oh, jeez.
When did that occur?
2 years after Denny died. That was really, that was a biggie. For one thing, I forgot about looking
Dating.
nice. Looking nice.
Yeah.
I let myself go because I had so much work to do. Lived in Grubby's, and I pulled up a carpet, gold shag carpet that had been down 32 years. And only because I didn't have to negotiate because we could never agree on that carpet. So I went down to the carpet store looking bad, not so good, and I got a crush on the carpet man.
I saw that was so funny in the book.
And I stalked that guy a year, upgrading my home. But the thing is, that day, I was so smitten that I kept looking in the mirror, in the car mirror, and I thought, oh, I got to consult with him tomorrow morning about other things, about the house. And I cleaned up real good. He did not recognize me.
Oh my gosh.
I want to hear more about
save
Carpet
the
Man.
rest of the story of
Okay,
the Carpet
okay.
Man.
Because a
All
cute
right.
excerpt about what you learned from that
Oh, yeah.
experience.
Oh,
I want
yeah.
to read. So.
Okay.
And more about dancing in Nightgown too when we come back with Betty Auchard. Stay tuned.
A young man, I decided to go and have my makeup done since it was television. A young man named Jesus did my makeup.
Not Jesus?
Jesus, but
Right.
and as far as I'm concerned, Jesus made me look Jesus Gonzalez, and he's dying to see the tape. So he wants to see how his makeup looks.
Oh, it looks great. It looks
you.
fabulous.
Does look
great.
But the book is wonderful because it talks about grief, life lessons, self-discovery, but you also had so many funny moments at the end because you tried online dating.
Yeah.
And just your conversations, she's got it all in her book with them, were so cute.
They're
Because they're
funny.
picking up on you and you were
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, oh, no, I don't know if I'm ready for that. That sounds like a...
Well,
you know,
I mean, I didn't date much, you see.
Yeah.
Late
Yeah.
in life, I was doing it, so I had to start from scratch, and I learned a lot of stuff.
And
Yeah.
isn't it great to feel that you can laugh without feeling guilty?
Oh,
Guilt-free
that's
laughter
oh,
is
yeah,
so good.
yeah.
Wonderful
Oh, yeah.
Betty, thank you so much.
Oh, thank
Thank you
you.
for the book.
Okay.
Oh,
Thank you for this
Dancing in
message.
My Nightgown, The Rhythms of Widowhood. Betty, thank you so much
Thank
for coming
you.
on. So lovely to have you.
Well, it was fun being here.
Yeah, it was nice to have you.
And happy holidays to
Yes.
you too.
You too.
And thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back tomorrow.
And we hope you will be too. Same time, same place.
Bye.